shouldn't be too bad. Got a good group of guys behind me on the wing car that's been working with us, and Sean Strawswell was with us all year, so he's working there, and then we got a newer guy who's helping out too. So those guys are pretty much have the wing car under control, and then I'll probably just do most of the non-wing stuff on my own.
Okay, let's talk about this non-wing car. Is that pretty much the same kind of a ride that you've had out there racing out on the West Coast?
Yeah, actually, it's exactly the same car, and we haven't really even touched it since last time I ran it out here, so should be geared up and ready for the weekend.
How does this track compare to the old Manzanita Speedway?
It's not even close, really. There's nothing really that compares the same. Manzanita was just a really, really big track, and Tucson's just like a 3/8, but it's pretty high speed, pretty much a momentum track. The corners are really long, and the straightaways are pretty short.
And you've had some success at USA Raceway. Kind of go into a little bit more detail of what it's going to take to win down there.
Yeah, it's a good track. I mean, it's racy, so you can come from deep in the field and still have a shot at it. We've had some good runs down there. I mean, I kind of know going into it what kind of car I want to have, and that should help me out in the non-wing deal. The wing car, I've never ran there before, so it's kind of new to me, just like it is everybody else.
Scotty and I were. Go ahead, Scotty.
Sorry, go ahead, Kirk. I was going to say, do I raise my hand for a question?
Have at it.
No, I was interested. You just heard Jesse say, that he's had success. It's the same non-wing car, and we all know the track record the last few times out here. Jesse went on an absolute tear before they shut down the Manzanita Speedway, and each and every time that you have come out here, Jesse, you've pretty much tasted some pretty good success. So I'm curious how you're feeling coming into this event.
Yeah, I'm pumped up. I get pumped up anytime I get to come out here and drive for Jim Massey, and all these guys out here treat me really good. Charles Davis and his dad, and it's just a great group of guys. And really, there's only one thing they expect, and that's to have a good time. So there's really no stress at all, and it's just a matter of racing as hard as you can. And Jim just lets me do whatever I want, whatever I need, he gets, and it's pretty cool to come out here, and he supports me 100%. And like I say, it's just all about having fun to these guys, and there's nothing funner than winning, so that's the reason why we try to keep it up front.
Hey, Jesse, before we brought you on, we were talking a little bit about the weather conditions down there in the desert. It's pretty hot during the daytime, but after that sun goes down, it really cools off at night. How much of a challenge is that tuning on these engines?
It's not really too much of a challenge on the engines. The air, the altitude, and other things, they stay pretty similar. It changes a little bit, but it's not near as drastic as like what happens down in like Florida, early in the year. So everybody's pretty much knows pretty much well to put their motors, and it's not really that critical as far as the change as much as maybe say like Florida down there by the ocean or something. But it definitely want to bring a jacket because it'll fool you for sure. This last couple of days you're in a t-shirt and flip-flops working on the car, and at night you're in a heavy coat. So it's quite the change.
Talk about in the same evening going back and forth from a wing car to a non-wing car, and how you have to kind of change your driving just a little bit between the two cars.
Yeah, I've done it so much now that it's not quite as hard as it used to be. It's easier to do it, in one night than it is to probably, wait a week and run a bunch of non-wing and then start running a wing again, or vice versa. That kind of plays with your mind a little bit, and you get some bad habits picked up either way. But as far as in the same night, I mean, I haven't done it too many times, but I don't see where it'll be a big change. They've all got four wheels and a steering wheel and a gas pedal, so we shouldn't be too bad.
Let's talk about you got plans made for next year. What's coming up in 2010?
I'm not for sure right now. Still trying to figure something out. Tom Duke, that was with us with VKCC Motorsports this year, he's going to go on and do other things or get out of racing. So Tom and Asta Van Kierswick with VKCC, they're behind me again if we want to do that, or if something comes along in order to help me move up another ride or something, I'd take it. It's just kind of right now just looking and seeing what the possibilities are and what sponsors are out there, which is really tough right now as far as getting sponsors. So if we can find the backing to run the 75 car again, we'll do that. Otherwise, I'll just keep looking around and run my own car and take whatever rides come when I can get them.
Taking advantage. Go ahead, Scott.
I'm sorry, Kirk, and not to speak for Jesse, but man, how much those folks have done for you, and they've been there for you from the very get-go.
Yeah, definitely. They've helped. I mean, if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have moved up near as far as I have, and they took me from running a 360 locally with pretty much spent all my parents' money, and they helped me as far as they could help me, and they gave me everything they could, and then Tom and Esther, they came in and helped support me and brought me up kind of from the 360 to the 410, and then just basically took me out on the road, and I've gotten a lot of other great opportunities because of the times that we've had. So, hopefully if another sponsor comes along, we can get back together and just me and them and another sponsor, and hopefully keep this deal going.
Well, Jesse, best of luck to you during this weekend. You're going to take advantage of that practice session, I would assume, on Wednesday night, right?
Maybe run the non-wing car a couple laps, yeah. But we probably won't run the wing car too much. We did that at Little Rock, and I don't think it helped us at all. So we'll just keep our equipment fresh and just be ready to go whenever the green flag drops there on Thursday.